I'm Scott Bales, the chair of the commission, and I declare this session open. The hearing is being conducted under the commission's rules of organization and functioning as part of the evaluation process. The subject of today's hearing is Ruslan Berzoi, a candidate for the position of Judge of the Supreme Court of Justice. The evaluation in relation to Mr. Berzoi was carried out pursuant to Law Number 65 on the external evaluation of judges and candidates for judges of the Supreme Court of Justice. Mr. Berzoi is a lawyer and owner of the Office of the Attorney Berzoi Ruslan. Mr. Berzoi, welcome. I'm joined by four other commission members. To my left is Vice Chair Andre Bevel. To my right is Commission Member Lillian Anshu. And further to my left are Commission Members Lavle Perling and Yuri Gatskin. The Commission is also assisted by members of its Secretariat, and you may notice in the room some members of the public or the media. The photographer will take photographs just at the beginning of the hearing. The hearing will be conducted with interpretation between Romanian and English. To allow for accurate interpretation, I ask everyone to speak clearly and slowly. Only one person should speak at a time. The proceedings are being recorded. The recordings of the Commission's public hearings generally will be available online at the Commission's website, www.vettingmd.eu, within 3 days after the hearing. I will start by briefly reviewing the evaluation process for Mr. Berzoi. The Commission initiated its evaluation on February 15th of this year by notifying him by email and asking him to complete and return an ethics questionnaire and the financial declarations required by Law Number 65. Mr. Berzoi returned the completed declarations and questionnaire on February 23rd. As part of evaluating a subject's ethical and financial integrity, the Commission also obtains information from many other sources, such as the National Integrity Authority, the State Fiscal Service, the General Inspectorate of the Border Police, other public institutions, financial institutions, and open sources. The Commission assesses information it obtains for its relevance and reliability. On April 30th of this year, the Commission asked Mr. Berzoi to provide additional information by May 7th to clarify certain matters. After the Commission extended the deadline to May 15th, Mr. Berzoi provided answers and documents in response on the 10th of May. On May 20th of this year, the Commission asked the subject to provide additional information by May 23rd. That day, Mr. Berzoi requested clarification of the questions and also noted a technical error in the Commission's preliminary assessment. The Commission responded that day by clarifying its questions and taking note of the technical error. On May 22nd this year, Mr. Berzoi provided his answers and the documents requested. On May 31st, the Commission notified Mr. Berzoi that based on the information collected and reviewed, it had not identified any areas of doubt about his compliance with the integrity criteria. According to Rule 24, Paragraph 3 of the Commission's rules, if the Commission, based on the information collected and reviewed, does not have doubts about a subject's compliance with the integrity criteria, it shall send the subject a written notice and set a hearing at least 10 days after the notice, where it will ask the subject to confirm the accuracy of the information provided and announce that, absent its receipt of new information, the Commission will adopt an evaluation report containing the proposal for promotion. On May 31st of this year, Mr. Berzoi requested the materials related to his evaluation. On June 4th, Mr. Berzoi received the requested materials. Mr. Berzoi, do you wish to make any corrections or additions to the answers you've provided to the Commission's request for information?
Chairman, I don't have nothing to add. I confirm the validity and accuracy of the information that I've provided.
Thank you. Are the answers that you provided to the Commission and the information that you provided in your 5-year declaration and in the ethics questionnaire that you returned on February 23rd of this year still accurate as of today?
Да.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Berzoi, would you like to make a brief statement before we conclude the hearing?
Stimați membri ai
Honorable
Comisiei,
distinguished members of the Vetting Commission,
înaintarea candidaturii la
applying
funcția de judecător
for the
la
position
Curtea
of
Supremă de
judge
Justiție
for the Supreme
și
Court of
respectiv
Justice
parcurgerea
and
acestui proces
also
de
going through this
evaluare
process
a
of
integrității etice
assessment of the ethical and financial integrity, actually this was a big challenge for me. Every unknown fact raises some emotions. This process, this vetting procedure is not a very difficult process. More difficult is the lack of time and the effort that is needed to collect and gather all the information and documents needed for this period of 12 years for the assessment. Myself, I faced situations when some institutions and even organizations rejected my request of information, but finally I've put all my effort and the due diligence and I've obtained this information. And in that context, I would have an advice for those who are to go through this evaluation process. But the advice is that in advance they collect all the information that is needed, and in that case the evaluation procedure will become a very simple and easy one and less stressing one. I am really glad that the Commission is taking into account the realities from our country, the specific at the local level, and takes into account our explanations. I want to thank the Commission, especially the Secretariat, for the cooperation we've had with them during this process, for the explanations that they have provided, for the extended time I've been offered, and the accuracy in my evaluation process. I wish good luck to the Commission in the noble mission they have so far. Thank you.
Well, we've come to the end of today's hearing. Mr. Berzoi, thank you again for your submissions and answers to the Commission's questions and to your cooperation with the process more generally. After the hearing, the Commission will approve an evaluation report stating its conclusion whether the subject meets the criteria for ethical and financial integrity under Law Number 65. The Commission will strive to complete its report and announce its conclusion as soon as possible. It generally seeks to do so within a month after a subject's public hearing. This hearing is now closed. Good day to everyone.